Are you ready to count down to Jubilee? The 50th Jubilee will be 9/23/15 to 10/11/16. The Jubilee only comes once every 50 years, and during that special time, and only during that special time, can God return the land to the people and set the people free. In Leviticus 25:10, we read, "Consecrate the 50th year, and proclaim liberty throughout the land to all its inhabitants. It shall be a jubilee for you. Each one of you is returned to his family property, and each to his own clan." Notice that in Leviticus 25 verse 10, the word for jubilee is pronounced Yobel. Yobel literally means trumpet. So is this an indication that it might take place during the Feast of Trumpets? Bingo! The Jubilee intervenes directly at the end of trumpets, exactly on the first day of Yom Kippur, the Day of Judgment. Let me remind you that the law of Jubilee says the land can only be returned during the 50th Jubilee, as in the case of General Allensby in 1917 when he took back Jerusalem, and also in the case when Israel took back Jerusalem in 1967. Both of these recapturings took place during the Jubilee, the 50th Jubilee, just as the law dictates. Let's go back and take a look at our 100-year timeline map. You can see here from the illustration that the events take place in 1492 when Spain expels all the Jews and America is discovered. There were two following blood moon Tetrads in 1493 and also in 1494. Notice there was a year delay. In 1917, we see General Allensby take back Jerusalem. This is exactly 100 years to 2017. In 1948, we see Israel become a nation. And that is 70 years to 2018, a generation. Immediately following, in 1949-1950, we had two blood moon Tetrads. In 1967, during the Six-Day War, we had blood moon Tetrads on 67 and on 68. So the timeline is increased by a year, and it's timed exactly with the event and with the Jewish calendar. In 2011, there was a blood moon on June 15th, and it is a bullseye blood moon. And that's exactly 7 years from 2018. You can see that the blood moon Tetra of 68 was also 50 years than 2018. Following this, in 2014 and 2015, we will have two blood moon Tetrads. The question is, who do they affect? If it's a blood moon Tetrad and is a Jewish effect, then it should show this. In 2015-16 is the year of Jubilee on September 28th. That's an amazing time frame because that's right after the Feast of Trumpets, which is known to be the time of rapture to many people in the church. And it's effective because it takes place exactly on Yom Kippur. On 2017, there's a special solar moon conjunction in Regulus, and I'll show you a picture of it later, that is identical to the same one that took place in 1917 when General Allensby was beginning the invasion of Israel. And then finally, if you do the math, you'll find that 2018 is probably the year of the wrath of God, which we won't be here. So somewhere in this time, the Lord will take out his church. I do believe that we'll be caught up or taken out before the wrath of God. This is my basic 100-year timeline dealing with Countdown to Jubilee. I hope you've enjoyed this part. I look forward to seeing you in the next part, Part 6.